It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome in. My name's Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please. The Tuesday evening live stream. I hope you can hear me. Barely hear myself. New setup. Coming up on the show, I've got some coffee, of course. I have nothing to eat, which is fine. A new game to play. A top 15 list. But before we do any of that, I like to celebrate the first 3 people that have made their way into my live stream chat room. Is that what it's called? The chat room? Oh, well. Let's do this. Now, your chat may be different than mine, but according to my screen, today's gold medalist, and they can smell it, it's Joey's World. The silver medal. Paul Eichenlaub. It's Joey's World's going to get the gold. And our bronze medalist, Surfer Girl, Cherie, hello to you. Congratulations to our medalists, and thank you for the effort to get here. A close fourth, Samantha Lowe. Hi, Samantha. Welcome in. Noah is also here. Hello, Noah. Rounding out the top 5. Donna Jaworski, season's greetings to you. Thanks for being here. Pepper Treeville is also here, working in the home office. But even though you're working in your home office, I'm still going to tell you to drive home safely from work. Okay, what else? Keith BDF is here. Hello, Keith. R. Johns, hello to you as well. Eric Newman, happy Tuesday. Francisco, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Mar in Memphis, always a pleasure. Kay Wilby is also here. Alas, I have brand new coffee. That's what I'll be tasting today. But I've got no munchies. I've got no nothing to snack on, which is okay. Hopefully I've got more fun to fill the time. So I'm looking forward to our game. Mr. Fulton Mraz, welcome in. And congratulations to you. Michelle the Quilter, hello. Thanks for stopping by, spending a bit of your Tuesday evening with us. Sir Gary of the Beaches is also here. Gary, I hope you're well. Yeah, I don't know when that happens. I don't know when the earlier chats are cleared away and to make way for the new ones. I'm not sure. I guess those of you seeking a gold medal, you just got to keep trying. I don't know. What in the world? Super Bowl tickets average over $5,900 each? No thanks. I've got a pretty good television. It's good enough. You know, I think I'll be all right with that. That's me. Ryan, we will indeed just drink more coffee. Absolutely. And I can't wait. But I'll have to because I've written down a rundown, and if I stray from it, I lose my place and I forget to do things. So, but that's all right. But it smells great. It's right there. The coffee smells wonderful. Can't wait. All right. Last week, I had mentioned I became a university member again. Reese's University, that is. And that is some gimmick that the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup people have come up with. And they've got a website. And it's kind of funny how they made it look like a real college or whatever. They do sell merch. And if you can't tell, I am wearing some of it. Yeah, I bought a shirt. Disney Nerd Herders are here. Welcome in.
Nerds!
Yes. I don't know what this is exactly. If it's a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup fan club or just email group, or I'm not exactly sure what it is. But I thought the shirt was funny because it's got their phony college mascot on there. And I have actually, there's a larger version of it on the back of the shirt that I will show you here. The Fightin' Cuppies. So I just thought it was a humorous shirt. So that's what I'm wearing. It's like I'm on the red carpet. Who am I wearing? Reese's, of course. What else is new? Oh, The Boy. If you're unaware, my son is studying abroad in Spain this semester. Bloomin' Cheesa, welcome in. Great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. He's over in Spain, and my wife and I have discovered that it's like pulling teeth trying to get him to send us a picture of what he's doing. And there's so many cool things over there, so many historic sights to see, so many things we want him to stand in front of and take a picture and then send it to us, and it doesn't always happen. The first picture he sent of note to us. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Evan Hutton, welcome in. The first thing he sent us was a picture of him at a soccer game. I don't know if I showed that on the show here, but he was in the stands, full crowd. The Valencia team in their home stadium playing some other team, and anyway, and then radio silence. And I ask him every other day, "Hey, how about a selfie? Hey, how about a picture of some sort?" Debbie Bernfeld, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So I know, I think it was this past weekend, and he doesn't have class, and I know he's out and about. So I asked him to send me a selfie, hopefully in front of something cool. And unbelievably, he sent me a picture. He sent me a selfie. This. What in the world? He sends me a picture of himself from his bed. That's, you know what? I love seeing him. I love the picture, but that's not what I had in mind. So I say, hey, that's great, but maybe something, maybe a picture in front of something of note. And then it's like, oh, okay, we'll do. But he was back at his room, so it wasn't going to happen then. So, did I see somebody pop in? Simba 2, welcome. Thanks for being here. And Sister Sunshine, hello. I was just talking about your nephew, and he's in Spain, and he sends me this picture. So, anyway, days go by, and this week, he and all of his classmates there, and I'm not exactly sure how many are there. I think there's between 50 and 70 students there, Florida State University students there. And they're going on a road trip, and it'll be his first road trip because he just got there this semester. And they took a bus trip to Cordoba and Seville and some other city, and they're there all week. Dad builds welcome in. At least we know what a white wall in Spain looks like. Yeah, I guess. Yes. Silver lining there. So we have his itinerary. We have the schedule for that trip, and we knew where he would be at certain times. So I asked him, hey, how about a selfie in front of something cool? And lo and behold, he did. He finally sent one. Here it is. This is his selfie in front of... they're leaving Cordoba, he said. And I forget what that wall is back there. And it's just a freestanding doorway of some sort in the city of Cordoba. And I looked it up because he didn't tell me. But... yeah, so you can see the students there, and there's even a kid behind him in a Detroit Tigers cap, and he didn't tell me anything about that. He might think I'd find that interesting, but no, he didn't. So we just got the little half sentence of explanation about where he is, and whatever. Super happy to get that. I want to encourage more of that. Well, Chris, thanks for stopping by. I said, there's no danger in you sending us too many pictures. So don't worry about that. If that's a concern. I know it's not. But and as I saw, he hasn't read that yet. So hopefully he's sleeping right now. They're 6 hours ahead. But I thought that was funny. So he did say that, I asked him on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best, how's this trip so far? But he said it was 8 or 9 out of 10. So he's enjoying the trip, getting away and seeing some different sights, which is cool. Cordoba is over kind of close to Portugal, getting in that neighborhood over there. And I think it was a 7-hour bus ride. So he had a lot of time to send me pictures, is all I'm saying. Whatever. I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining that he's not sending more pictures. But I'm super happy he is having a great time and enjoying the heck out of his experience there. Yes, that's very possible. I don't know for sure. We'll see. There is no Spain pavilion though, so I'm guessing he's actually over there. Super Fluffy Yeti, welcome in. Thanks for spending a bit of your Tuesday with us. And all of you, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I enjoy our time together. Speaking of enjoying, I think, as you know, I enjoy coffee.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
I turned up my headset, and that's a bit... I think that's helping. But I can only hear in this ear. Yeah, nothing's... I'm not going to... Anyway, on my way to work, there's a Wawa gas station. If you're not familiar with Wawa, it's a little more than It's like a 7-Eleven and a gas station combined. It's no Buc-ee's, certainly, but it's they're known for making sandwiches, their little coffee area, among other things. I only ever go in there for coffee. Fridays, I usually pop in there to get a coffee that I don't have to make myself. It's a Friday treat. And when I was there last Friday, I saw this sign on the door that said limited edition coffee, maple coffee cake. New year, new brew. So I waited till today to go back to Wawa, and here it is. Now, I didn't have any of this today, and I just recently, just before the live stream, microwaved this so it was hot again. So it smells wonderful. It smells mapley. I don't know what I suppose there's something sweet they put in there. I'm not exactly sure what the coffee cake part is. Anyway, I'll play the music. So I'm gonna enjoy this. I hope I'm going to enjoy this. You know, when I usually go there, I get the Colombian brew. And I think this is just a regular flavored coffee, of course. Not bad. I'll enjoy that. And again, I drink my coffee black. I don't put any sweetener in it, no cream. So I don't know. I suppose putting that stuff in the coffee would enhance the flavored part of the coffee. But it's pretty good without that too. So thank you. And if you're just joining us, welcome in. I'm sorry I missed you in the chat. I go back and forth and I lose things. Oh, thanks, Debbie, sharing it out on Discord. Thank you. Wait a minute. What, Noah? Buc-ee's in Ocala? Well, that's on the way to Florida State University, where I drive the boy. I won't play the whole thing, but that's cool. Now, on the way to Tallahassee, and I've mentioned it on the show before, exit 283 on I-10 is a knockoff Buc-ee's called the Busy Bee. Not as big as Buc-ee's, but they kind of trying to do the same thing. Again, not as big, maybe half as big, maybe not even half. But inside the Busy Bee, there's a Burger King, there's a Dunkin' Donuts. They have their own candy counter. They sell home goods. Like Buc-ee's is part gas station, part TJ Maxx, part home goods, part butcher shop. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on there at a Buc-ee's. But Busy Bee is just a fraction of that. And Wawa is a fraction of the Busy Bee, I guess. That's the evolution chart there. But yeah, Ocala. Cool. Well, that's fun. Thank you, Noah. Buc-ee's is a national treasure and should be included on the historical registry someday. Maybe the original Buc-ee's. No doubt. Someday. Yeah. And what? Really? The only thing I got at Buc-ee's was the Buc-ee's nuggets. Is that what they're called? The Busy Bee has their own version of that, but yeah, I don't know. It's like a really sweet cereal. Yeah. Super Fluffy Yeti says Tampa to Tallahassee is about a 4-hour drive. Yes. That's our drive. So Ocala would be about halfway. Or maybe not quite halfway. Almost halfway? The Buc-ee's turkey sandwich, really? I don't. We went on our. I went to a Buc-ee's when we were driving to New Orleans, and I stopped at the one near Mobile, Alabama, and it was a Saturday, and it was insane. It was crazy. Is that better? Oh yeah. Hey, I just adjusted. Okay. Cherie, cherry maple beef jerky. Speaking of maple, hang on. Wow. Hey, I've got a new game to play. We're not doing Wordle today or Framed, or maybe I will later. I don't know. There are no rules. I don't make up the rules here. But there's a game that my wife showed me 2 days ago, and it's a photography game. And what it is they show you a picture. Driving me crazy. They show you a picture, and you got to guess in what year the picture was taken. If you saw the thumbnail for this live stream, I kind of teased that. I'll show you the picture I used for the thumbnail in my live stream. I got off the internet from Yesterland. But so this is an old picture from Disneyland. And in my thumbnail, I posed the question, do you know in which year this picture was taken? And I don't know if anybody hazarded a guess. But the answer is 1966. And I suppose you can tell because Donald Duck looks different. Certainly, they don't drive the cars on the road like that. Is that like a Mr. Toad car, kind of? I don't remember. The way the people are dressed, the way their hairstyles look, and such. But this game, I thought we'd play it. There's 5 rounds to it, and I played it, and I got a kick out of it. Again, the answer was 1966. So I thought we'd give it a shot to see if you guys like it. So I'm going to present my screen. I won't share the audio. I don't think there is any audio. So there it is. When you the website, and I put it in the description of this show, is, what is it? Chronophoto. Oh, you can see the word there in the chronophoto.app, A-P-P. So that's where I am. I'm going to hit the play button, and let's take a look at our first picture. Certainly black and white. There are horses on the street. I don't know immediately where this is. And to guess in this game, there's a slider underneath. And you slide this back and forth, setting it where you at what year you believe this picture was taken, and then you hit the submit button. So the earliest it can be is the year 1900, and the latest it can be is last year, 2022. Is that right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So just immediately, if I can zoom in a little bit, this kid's hat and ruffled collar leads me to believe it's rather old. There are no automobiles. Again, I'm not exactly sure in what country this is. I see the word special. Trying to zoom in a little bit more. I see people are guessing the 20s or 30s, certainly. Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. 1912, perhaps? Noah says 1924. Perhaps German? But how... that doesn't tell me when, but other things do. The horse-drawn carriages, the people purchasing wicker baskets from Pier 1. I'm not exactly sure. Let me zoom back out. I'll guess maybe post World War I, something like 1921, 2, 3, 22. What did Noah say? 24? I'll guess 24. And then I hit the button. 1903? Okay, so not close. I had no idea, really. And because we were so far away, we got 0 points there out of a possible 1,000 points. And so you have a possible 5,000 points to earn in this game. So 1903, I haven't seen one that early. I've played this game a few times. That's the earliest picture I've seen. That was kind of cool. Although we didn't do well. So I'm going to hit the button to go to the next round. And another black and white picture. We have automobiles. A constable in the road. Liverpool South. I don't know if that's a street or the city. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's probably Liverpool, England. And this is... I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just guessing. But what about this bus or truck or whatever this is? Double decker, number 9. Early 30s maybe? I don't know what's over here. Anything we can... No, I don't know. This is tough. Well, generally, I see Donna says 1889. We can't really go earlier than 1900, but I can guess 1900. The Nerd Herders say 1926, 1930. Movie Mania Nick, Super Fluffy Yeti, 1914, 1916 from Noah, Evan Hudden, 1934. Geez, I don't really know. How about 1930? I don't know. This is before my time. Okay. 1914, darn. Still not very close at all, but we did earn 83 points. So we have a total now of 83 points. The next one's got to be easier. These have been hard. Okay. An Asian couple looking at fruit. This appears to be a sharper image. More modern clothing, not maybe 60s perhaps. And what's she holding? No, just fruit, paperwork. I'm not exactly sure. The tie has a pattern. Does that indicate, like, I look at a tie like that and I'm thinking Darren from Bewitched? I'm not exactly sure. Or maybe I'm just, I don't know. The price of the fruit doesn't help because I don't even know what unit that is. She has a checkered shirt on. When were those popular? 50s, perhaps? Anybody? 56? I see 54. Debbie says the 1940s. Evan says 1957. Let's go right in the middle of the 50s. How about 1955? Ooh, 59. Okay, so the closest we've been yet, we've earned 708 points out of a possible 1,000, which gives us a grand total so far of 791. Not my best showing, but I don't know. These were hard. But that one was a bit easier. I'm hoping maybe a color photograph for the next round. Yes, we have one. But look at this guy with the beard. Is he... this isn't Pavlov, is it? Is that Pavlov's dog? I don't know. Probably not. Or maybe it is. I don't really know. When was Pavlov a big deal? I'm not sure. And I don't believe this photo was colorized. Maybe it was, though. Maybe that's... Maybe that's a trick. Maybe they're throwing it up. What's up with the guy behind? Oh well. So there's some sort of mechanism on the table. Some sort of experiment's going on. I hope the dog was okay. What do you guys say? 1910, 1916, 1917. Dean, welcome in. We're trying to guess what year these pictures were taken. We're playing Chronophoto, and it's found on chronophoto.app, A-P-P. The link is in the description. I honestly don't know. I'll go with 19 teens of some sort. The earliest we can guess is 1900. I don't... 1905 sounds good to me. Nick, I'm going with you this time. And 1914. Okay, so again, man. Now I have gotten some pictures on the money, but not today so far. I'm still having fun. I'm still enjoying the game. All right, so I'm assuming that was Dr. Pavlov. I don't even know if he was a doctor or what he looks like. I'm just guessing that's what that was. All right, the final picture of this game, of this round. Again, man. Okay. Close cropped haircut. Boat shoes. This rod, vintage. What's the patch there? M. There's an M and a C. Does that stand for Marine Club? I'm guessing of somewhere. Not that it tells us. Does that say 41 up there? Probably not. But right now I'm leaning toward 1941. Were shorts that short in 1941? I don't really know. Dean said 1941. Donna, 66. Evan says 16. Super Fluffy Yeti with 65, 63. I see 43 in the 40s. 1940. Simba 2 says 41. That's 3 1941s. I'm going with that. I don't really know if it said 1941 on her patch or not, but let's see. 52. Okay, so in the ballpark? All right. So that was the last picture. We earned 1,477 points out of a possible 5,000. Our results, we got 0 points because we were kind of really far off there, or I was. 83 points. That was our best guess there. We guessed 1955, did we? And it was actually 59. And then our final two. So, yeah, new game. Mars says that photo is as old as me. And looks just as great. I hope you enjoyed that. I wouldn't mind playing that again next week or so, but we'll take a break for now. It is time for an intermission, and I'm glad you liked it. I liked it too. I got to come up with some theme music for it or something. But free on the internet, Chronophoto. Is that what it's called? Chronophoto.app. Oh, before I go to intermission, did you know that there's a green comet in the sky? Yeah, there is. Let me show you. Apparently, it'll be visible in the sky for the next few days. It's a green comet. Let's see. Present. I've got another tab open, so from the AP, I'll share that. Can you see it? Yes, green. Okay, the AP says green comet. Zooming our way, last visited 50,000 years ago when the Neanderthals were roaming the planet. I don't know if that's true. I think I heard that. Why can't I scroll? Where's my little scroll bar on the side? Anyway, well, let me go to this. Okay, so here's an image from their website. Can you see that? Yes, you can. This photo provided by Dan Bartlett shows Comet C/2022 E3. That's a clunky name. And this was taken mid-December. Oh, yeah, here it is. It last visited during Neanderthal times, according to NASA. It is expected to come within 26 million miles, or 42 million kilometers, of Earth on February 1st, 2023. So tomorrow night should be the best night to see it, I'm guessing. And then it'll speed away again, unlikely to return for millions of years. So if you had the green comet on your calendar, it's tomorrow. You can probably see it tonight with binoculars. I think I remember reading that. And I forgot to go out and look last night's, but maybe I'll go out. I think it'll be in the northern sky between Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. I think I read that too. Don't take my word for it. I don't know. Does anyone remember the Hale-Bopp comet? Was that the cult thing? Yeah, I kind of do. Late 90s, right? 95? I thought it was a bit later than that. Maybe it was. I don't know. Yeah. I do remember. The Hale-Bopp, not to be confused with Halley's Comet. Anyway, this one's green. Okay. All right. Intermission time. Check out this message urging you to visit the refreshment center. When we come back, I've got a top 15 list about photography. I almost said photographs. I wasn't sure what to say. The top 15 list is about photography. Please stick around.
Savory barbecue beef. Go ahead, fix a sandwich for yourself. Just look at that pure prime beef simmering in that special tangy barbecue sauce. Make a big one, like you do for the customers. Customers? Uh-oh. Well, somebody got it. Have to fix yourself another.
Savory barbecued beef. There's still plenty for you at the Refreshment Center.
Okay, just setting this up, getting my pictures together. There we go. All right, that one's good. Did I have another one? Oh yeah, this one, maybe. Okay. Since I had that game planned, I thought our top 15 list today, maybe photography would be a good subject for our top 15 list. So today, I created a list of the top 15 photography firsts. Like the first picture of this, or the first picture using that, or whatever. So I have some facts here. I remembered to bring them home this week. So if you'll bear with me, we've got some photography firsts coming up. And this first one is, here. The world's first surviving photograph. Wait a minute, I have a banner. Just in case. Oh, no, I didn't. I don't have a banner. Never mind. I'll just repeat. Comments. There we go. The first selfie will be coming up. Number 13. But number 15 is the world's first surviving photograph. And I'll show you the image of it. And there's not much to look at. You can kind of make some things out, but I have an enhanced version of this. Okay. The oldest surviving photograph is called The View from the Window at Le Gras, taken in either 1826 or 1827. I actually didn't know photography existed that early. And it was done by, I don't know the name, I believe it was a French person. Nicéphore Nispici, I don't know how to say the name. Anyway, it was taken on a camera obscura, I'm not sure what that is, which projects the image being taken through a pinhole in screen where it is shown as a reversed and inverted image. The image on the original plate is quite hard to distinguish, but thanks to modern technology, it's been manually enhanced to show buildings and the surrounding field of the LaGras estate. And I've got the enhanced version of it right here. So that makes it, you can see buildings and windows, rooftops. This has been voted one of the 100 most important photographs in the world, of course. It involved a process, I don't know how to say it, the bitumen of Judea. It's a light-sensitive, naturally occurring asphalt. It's a coating, I believe, on a plate of some sort. It's hardened in proportion to the areas that were exposed to light, creating a vague but just about noticeable outline of the buildings. Again, here's the original, and you can see the sloping rooftop and the buildings on either side, and enhanced, it looks a bit like that. So, yeah, there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go back and forth. Enhanced, doesn't that mean you can make it look like whatever you want? Super Fluffy Yeti asks. I suppose so. They made it look, well, I don't know, better? I'm not sure. Chris says, if I remember correctly, it took several hours to develop the image. I think you're right. And this next picture deals, or it was affected by the length it took to develop, and the amount of time used in exposure. I'll just show you. This next one, number 14, is the oldest photograph of a human being. And it was taken really, the human being in it is there just by happenstance, by total accident. A man named Louis Daguerre, who's a photography pioneer, and who created, I know this, created a process in a type of photography called a daguerreotype, and it used plates and a coating with chemicals. I'm not exactly sure, but Louis Daguerre aimed to capture the Boulevard du Temple. I'm not exactly sure how to say these French words, but I'll show you the picture. It's up at the top, and the person he happened to get a picture of there at the bottom, and enhanced again. The first photobomb, yes, Dad builds. Well done. I like that one. Okay, this is a Parisian thoroughfare, but only actually caught a man who stood still having his shoes polished. So he had to stand there for a while his shoes were being polished. That's why he was able to make it into this picture. The long exposure time meant that most figures and passing horse-driven carriages were not stationary long enough to make a significant impression on the final photograph. So that's why. So this would probably be a busy street or sidewalk, but only the guy having his shoe shined made it into the photograph. That is the first picture of a human being. How about that? And the first picture of a shoe polisher, I guess. Yeah. That's right, Charlie. Next, number 13 is, this is the selfie. The first photographic self-portrait. And this was done by a photographer, as you might imagine, in 1839. Here it is. The first ever photographic self-portrait was captured in 1839. Before we called them selfies, and we flitted around with smartphones, there was a breed of photographers such as American Robert Cornelius, that's this gentleman, who did things the hard way. A man of infinite patience, he is credited with creating the first ever photographic self-portrait in 1839. I already said that. A feat that required him to sit motionless in front of his camera for 15 minutes. He had there was a 15-minute exposure where the iris or the aperture stayed open. I'm not exactly sure what kind of camera he used, but Looks like Adam Ant. A little bit. Kinda. Yeah, that high collar. Indeed. Timothy Rainwaters, welcome in. And from North to Neverland, happy Tuesday to you. Thanks for stopping by. We're counting down my top 15 photographic firsts. And this was the very first self-portrait. Or selfie. How about that? All right. Number 12 is the first photo of a U.S. president. Where is it? Oh, this is actually a newspaper article. I'll put that up there. 1843 is the year. As is often the way with images from the early years of photography, just because an image is first doesn't mean it survives. So it is with the early pictures of the U.S. presidents. On March 8th, 1841, William Henry Harrison became the first sitting president to be photographed, but sadly the image was taken on the day of his inauguration speech and has been lost. It is therefore this 1843 image of John Quincy Adams in the on the right side there, I believe. That's the earliest image of him. He's the sixth president. That has become the oldest surviving image of a commander-in-chief, despite it being taken over a decade after he left office. Okay, so he had left office already. I didn't realize that. I'm just reading this for the first time. John Quincy Adams didn't think photography was a big deal. In his meticulous diary of the day it was taken, he was on a New York trip. This was August of 1843. Adams gave as much attention to a visit from the Dorf C.F. Stratton. You may have heard him called General Tom Thumb, an 11-year-old, 25 inches high, weighing 15 pounds, dressed in a military uniform mimicking Napoleon. These are the notes of John Quincy Adams. He took notes about General Tom Thumb, but didn't take any notes about being photographed. Anyway, he thought they were all hideous. The loathed image was found in an antique store in the 1970s and purchased for just 50 cents, although now it's in the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery. This is another image of that, I suppose, more true to what it looks like and not a newspaper print of it. All right. I thought that was fascinating. For 50 cents. Amazing. The things I buy for 50 cents at a garage sale aren't nearly that cool. All right, I can turn the page. Number 11. Number 11, the first photographs capturing humans smiling, or at least one human smiling. Now, because the early photography, people had to sit still for a really long time. So to maintain a smile for 15 minutes, I mean, that's why this isn't a smile. That's why this isn't a smile, or so many other early photographs. But this picture from 1847 actually has a person smiling. And, of course, I'm going chronologically here. So, the later on in years that we go with this, the faster photography got, the faster the process became. It was perhaps due to this long exposure time that early photographs of people smiling were very rare. Daguerreotype images took around 60 to 90 seconds to expose, making it difficult for subjects to hold such an expression, a stupid smile on their face. I just added that. Other theories behind the lack of smiles also included poor dental hygiene, and perhaps because smiling for a photograph had not yet become a cultural norm. I hadn't thought about that either. Anyway, here's a guy smiling. These guys are two American officers during the Mexican-American War. This picture was taken in Veracruz, Mexico in 1847. And that's the earliest one, I believe. Yes, too much tequila. Absolutely. He looks like the guy from the Tapatio hot sauce bottle. Yes, Donna. You're right. Next, number 10. We're moving on. another photographic first. This is the first news photo, though it wasn't used for news. This is the first image of a news event, but it wasn't for a newspaper, and it certainly wasn't for the evening television news. But this was a picture taken of something that was noteworthy and newsworthy, but it wasn't used for journalism. I'll just show you. This image, where am I? Okay. Despite the name of the photographer who took this 1847 image being lost to the passage of time, this daguerreotype image of a man being arrested in France by soldiers is widely regarded as the first photograph of a news event. Interesting. Now, I also have the first journalistic picture, and it's this one. The first ever photograph to be printed alongside print news occurred on July 1st, 1848. The French weekly periodical L'Illustration, published the photograph that showed Parisian streets barricaded due to a workers' strike known as the June Days Uprising. This was a protest that took place from June 22nd to June 26th regarding workers' rights in France. The weekly newspaper ran from July 1st to July 8th and detailed the events of the strike the week prior. The first photographs published in newspapers were taken from engravings. A photo had to be developed and then turned into the engraving so that it could be printed in with ink and paper. So you can see the barricades in the road there, and I guess lots of people got murdered. Thankfully, they're not showing that, but that's the first journalistic picture. Yeah. Oh, no, I hadn't seen this movie. Hang on. Anyone see A Million Ways to Die in the West? They made a joke about smiling in photos. One thing I remember about the movie. I'll have to see that. Yeah, kind of. Yes. Was that it? Was that the time? I don't know. I'm not sure. 1847? 1848. Oh. Shake a Polaroid or don't shake a Polaroid? That's the question. You can shake it. I just don't know if it has any effect on it. I think I remember hearing that when that Outcast song came out. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Oh. Sebastian the Crab, welcome in. We're talking photographs. Early photographs. Amy, AJC Magic TV is also here. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's see. Number 9. I've got to get going on this. The first aerial photograph was in 1860. And here it is. It's from Boston. And let's see. I'm going to go. It was taken at a height of 2,000 feet. It was taken from a hot air balloon. It was taken by a man named James Wallace Black on October 13th, 1860. So that's Boston in 1860. How about that? All right. Moving on. Number 8, the first color photograph. Okay, here we go. Not that the things I've shown so far haven't been interesting, but now my students, if I go to show a movie in black and white or a movie clip in black and white, they roll their eyes, but come on. I'm not showing you garbage. Everything I show is cool, that you'll find cool. And I've curated my collection of cool things to show my class over years and years. Oh, well. And they usually understand. Yeah, you're right. That was okay. It doesn't have to be in color. All right. I'm sorry. I got off track. Number 8, first color photograph. Here it is. It is of a tartan scarf. This is from 1861. The process used to capture this image of a multicolored ribbon is credited to mathematical physicist James Clerk Maxwell. It is understood that the inventor of the SLR camera, Thomas Sutton, was the man to press the shutter button. Really? No, I don't know about that. Anyway, we're moving on. Number 7 is the first photograph of motion. Okay, so I'll show you this. Perhaps you've seen this before. This is a series of photographs taken of a horse running by. Edward Maybridge used a dozen cameras, all triggered one after another with a set of strings, to take the first frame-by-frame photographs of motion. When viewed one after the other in sequence, Maybridge's photographs, taken in Palo Alto, California, would help inform the development of the first moving pictures. I think, and I may have this wrong, I think that he took those pictures to see if at any time all four of the horse's hooves were off the ground. And you can see in, where is the picture? Oh, top, the third picture on the top. Indeed, yes, he could see that. I don't know if that's true or if that's a story I heard. But I want to show you what this looks like when you put the pictures, when you view the pictures like a flip book, one after another, and it's back there. So these are the pictures taken as the horse ran by, and when put on a loop or in an animated GIF, it looks like, the very first movie ever made. So this is the first photographic moving image thing of sorts. There's a device called a Zoopraxiscope, an early Nickelodeon machine, and there were discs that looked like giant laser discs or photographic albums, and they had the pictures of like a horse like this running all around the edge of it, and when it spun and you looked in the viewfinder in the top of the Zoopraxiscope, you would see a moving image like that. So, yeah, kind of neat. All right, next, number 6. The first halftone photograph ever printed in a newspaper. This is, I don't know. I was running short on things to show, but let's see. Where am I? Halftone refers to the technique of producing an image using several small black dots of varying size and spacings. It's an optical illusion of sorts, as the human eye sees the dots as a gradient. The first printing of a halftone photograph was in the March 4th, 1880 issue of the Daily Graphic, an American newspaper. The image in question was a scene in Shantytown, New York. So that's the first halftone newspaper picture. All right. Number 5, we've got the first photograph taken of the Earth from space. I thought this was kind of cool. Here it is. On October 24th, 1946, the White Sands rocket, officially referred to as V2 number 13, took the first ever photograph of the Earth from space. Captured using a DeVry 35mm camera, the picture was taken from an altitude of 65 miles, 5 times higher than any other picture taken before. Taken from an altitude of 65 miles from a camera. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, that's it. That's the Earth from space. All right. Next, number 4, the first digital photograph. Now, here it is. It's on the first digital photograph is on the right, of course. Taken of Russell Kirch's son almost 20 years before Kodak invented the first digital camera. Although the photograph was initially taken on film, it was then reproduced using a digital scan of the image, the technology for which had been developed by Kirch himself. So the dad of the baby's the one that created this technology. This image here is the first digital photograph. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. This had a resolution of 176 by 176 pixels. It looks like a rectangle to me, not a square. But anyway, so not taken digitally, but it was digitized, and back in 1957. Awesome. Ben, welcome in. I just saw you in the chat there. All right. Next, number 3. Okay. The first photograph posted on the internet. It's clean. But it's weird. Here it is. This image was the first photograph ever uploaded to the internet. The women pictured here are the Les Horribles Cernettes. I'm not sure. I don't speak French. This is a musical comedy group made up of people who worked at the CERN laboratory in Geneva, Switzerland, where Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. So he wanted a picture to post on the internet, and he worked with these women, and they had this picture. So he, that's the first ever image on the internet. Number 2, the first camera phone photograph. Another baby, by the way. Here it is. And I think the picture on the left is a recreation of him taking the picture. I don't think it's real. But the picture on the right side of your screen is the first phone photograph. In Santa Cruz, California, French technology pioneer Philippe Kahn became the first person to take and send a photo with his cell phone. He combined a digital camera with a phone to make a crude early camera phone, then used it to instantly send photos of his newborn daughter in real time. So Christy, welcome in. Christy's Corner's here. This is before camera phones, or before phones had cameras. He developed one himself and used it. And this was years before camera phones became a thing. Rob Fuzz, welcome in. Happy birthday. Oh, that was loud. Sorry. All right, number 1 on the list of photographic firsts. This is the first Instagram photograph. The very first Instagram photograph. Oh, by the way, that first camera photo was from 1997. This first Instagram photo is from 2010. And it's of a dog and a foot. I don't get it, but whatever. Here it is. Taken by CEO. Did you hear my voice crack? I need more coffee. Taken by CEO and co-founder of the popular photo sharing platform, Kevin Systrom. The image features a golden retriever next to a taco stand in Todos Santos, Mexico. Instagram is now infamous for providing a platform for dog and animal lovers. I don't know who. Is any of this worth reading? No. So this is the very first Instagram photo. Everybody, thank you so much for stopping by and spending a bit of your Tuesday with me. I'll be back again next week. Tomorrow is February. I can't believe it already. And that means my Fat Tuesday show, my annual Fat Tuesday show is coming up very soon. The first Instagram photo is toes. I didn't choose it. Whatever. The dog is in there. That's what, Anyway. Everybody, thank you so much for spending a bit of your Tuesday with me. I do enjoy our time together, and hopefully you get a kick out of the things we do on this show and the things we see and talk about and the coffee we drink. I know I do. Anyway. Mouse Talk, I assume they're live now? Let's head over there. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. They probably are. Tell them it's a Sunshine Nation invasion. Until next week, it's time to say goodnight. Bye, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.